Hello everyone, and welcome to my channel, Cooking for the Family. I'm Dyvonne, and today I'm going to share with you how to make these delicious butter pecan cookies. They come out so good. I cannot wait to share my recipe with y'all. So this is how we do it. First, for my cookies, I brown the butter, and if you're not familiar with browning butter, I'm going to walk you through it. Browning the butter brings out that nuttiness. What we're going to be doing is we're basically caramelizing the milk solids of our butter. And so I have here 1 stick of butter, which is a half a cup, and I like to use salted butter when I make my butter pecan cookies, but you can also use unsalted butter as well. And so I have here a heavy bottom pot, and I have my pot on a medium to low heat. Browning butter takes maybe about 4 to 6 minutes or so on the stove top. It is something where you have to stay there and watch it during that time, because it can go from being just right to all wrong. And so you want to make sure that we're going to turn off our flame at a particular time. Now, once my butter is completely melted, we're going to let it come up to a low boil. And you see how it's doing here, and you see how we have like a white layer on top. It's yellow in the middle, kind of like that clear yellow, and then on the bottom of our pot is going to be like some solid whites. Those solids that are on the bottom of the pot is what we're looking to get that nice, beautiful golden color. You want it to be about the color of an almond, but no darker than that. And in order for us to get it to that almond color, you want to go ahead, raise the temperature from a medium-low to a medium, but no higher than that. What's going to happen is your pot is going to start to, your butter in your pot is going to start to foam up. And you see how it became nice and foamy? And you see how I'm using my spoon and go all around just like that, back and forth, because I'm looking at that color. And do you see how our foam also is starting to turn a really pretty golden color as I move it around? I'm looking at the solids on the bottom. It's looking perfect, and what we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and turn it off, and that's all it takes to brown butter. As soon as that foam starts to turn a little bit, you want to go ahead and turn off your flame, and the butter is actually going to continue to cook a little bit from that residual heat in your pot. Then you want to take it from your pot and go ahead and put it into your mixing bowl. And then I've put a towel down because this is still hot. The butter is still hot. So we're going to let this cool slightly. And do you see the beautiful color our butter has come out? It has that nice hue of an almond color. Now, while that's cooling slightly, I'm going to toast up our pecans. I have my dry cast iron skillet. My flame is on a medium heat. And how you know your pecans are toasted and ready is when you start to see them brown slightly on their skin, and you're also going to smell that nice nutty flavor coming off the toasted pecans. This only takes a few minutes on a medium heat. I like to keep mine whole and then go ahead, and after they've toasted, then I go ahead and I chop them up. This is what they're looking like. Now it's time for us to go on and make our batter. A stick of brown butter. I'm going to add 1/3 cup of granulated sugar, also plus 1 tablespoon of granulated sugar, 1/3 cup of packed light brown sugar, and 1 tablespoon of packed light brown sugar. Then you want to go ahead and blend your sugars with your butter until your sugars become nice and moist from the butter. Then we're going to add 1 large egg that I had at room temperature. Go ahead and beat your egg really well. Add that to your bowl. Then we're going to go ahead and blend the egg, the beaten egg, the 2 sugars, the light brown sugar and the regular granulated sugar, our brown butter. Go ahead and whip those together really good, because you want to make sure that you dissolve your sugars with the brown butter as well as the egg. And then I'm going to add my little secret ingredient, which is maple extract. We're adding in 1/2 teaspoon of maple extract, because maple and pecans, they like each other. And so I love to add that maple extract. Now, if you don't have maple extract on hand, you can go ahead and use vanilla extract, and that would be 1/2 teaspoon. Now, once we've blended those all together, then I'm going to add my dry ingredients. So for my dry ingredients, I'm putting in my unbleached all-purpose flour, and that's going to be 1 cup. And go ahead and sift. We're going to be sifting our dry ingredients right into our wet ingredients, and then we're adding our 2 tablespoons of flour. We're also going to add in some salt. We're putting in a half a teaspoon of regular table salt, and also we're going to put in a half a teaspoon of baking soda. Now, if you are new to my channel, welcome in, and if you're a returner, welcome back. And on my channel, I love to do home cooking and baking and sharing recipes that I have made for my family and my friends over the years. And so if you enjoy that kind of content, I hope you consider subscribing. Now we want to go ahead and fold in our dry ingredients of our flour, our baking soda, and our salt. And that was 1 cup plus 2 tablespoons of flour, a half a teaspoon of baking soda, and a half a teaspoon of salt. Now in the description box below, I will have a list of all the ingredients you need to make these wonderful butter pecan cookies, as well as if you love butter pecan, I also have a great recipe for butter pecan cake using a box cake mix, and I'll put a link to that vlog in the description box below as well. I go ahead and I chop my pecans. I added those to my batter as well. I folded the pecans. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my batter that we have, this is our cookie dough, I'm going to go ahead and put it in the refrigerator to chill. And you want to chill your cookie dough for at least 3 hours. You can also chill it overnight. Well, our cookie dough has been chilling in the refrigerator for several hours. When you take it out of the refrigerator, it's going to be very firm. So you want to leave it and let it sit on your countertop for about 15 minutes. So that way it's going to be a little bit easier for you to scoop out and shape it into the round balls. And so I'm using a cookie scooper. This is about the tablespoon, a little bit about the tablespoon size. And we're going to go ahead. This is going to be enough dough to make about 1.5 dozen cookies. Now you can double this recipe if you want to get more, and also depending on the size of your cookies. We're going to end up with about 2 to 3 inch round cookies. I'm going to bake my cookies at 375. They're going to bake for about 10 to 12 minutes. I let my cookies sit on my cookie sheet for about 1 to 2 minutes before I take them off. And your cookies are going to be done when around the sides are nice and set, and across the top of your cookie is a beautiful soft golden brown. I'm going to go ahead, take them off, put them on my cooling rack. I've baked up 2 sheets of cookies for us. We're going to go ahead, let them cool just a little bit, and give them a try. Well, this bite's for you. Go ahead and take your bite. Now I'm going to take my bite and see how we did. Wow, these cookies come out so good. Crispy around the edges, soft and chewy in the center, and full of butter pecan flavor. Well, I hope you give this recipe a try. If you're not subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. If you like this video, don't forget to show it some love. Give it a thumbs up, click share this video with a friend or family. Don't forget to click that notification bell so you can come back and visit me again in my kitchen. And remember, it's always good when Dyvonne is cooking for the family. I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye, everybody.